What's up? Pick Central, July 8th, Tuesday. Full crowd in today again. All right, let's open with some local stuff. Mike, what?
I can hear.
Oh, that's good.
Got my ear sucked out this
Very
morning.
important.
That's good.
Sucked
ENT?
out a ton. I did ENT.
How good is that feeling?
It was great. You're not supposed to use Q-tips at all.
Nope.
She said you're not supposed to clean your ears ever.
Dude.
How does that make any sense?
Dude, crazy.
There's nothing more satisfying than getting a good Q-tip. Like,
She
I
said-
do it pretty much every day because that's how good it feels. But if you miss a day,
She said that's literally the worst thing
No,
for your ear.
this was my reaction when I had it done because I had the same thing as you. I don't know. You just don't clear your ears anymore. It's crazy.
You're not supposed to.
not
touch
supposed to.
It. Not supposed to touch it.
When you do it,
Which
it just pushes it back in.
There's also.
I know, but there's nothing more satisfying when you miss a day and then
Doesn't all
you
get
get
pushed
a
in.
good glob in there and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and
Yeah, no,
it shows up on the Q-tip.
There's nothing.
So it doesn't all get pushed
There's
in.
also nothing grosser when you see someone with a bunch of earwax. So
Horrible.
it's like, but like, if I don't use a Q-tip, that I don't want to be that guy.
No.
But maybe it
Did
won't
they do the
happen.
water to you? That pops up on my TikTok.
No, because I had water in this, so I think that would counter.
right.
Yeah, so I just got the suction.
Water stuff is
You're hearing it in
crazy.
high def now, though, right?
Bro, I feel like I feel like a new man.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
was feeling unbalanced because I don't know what was going on.
The water stuff is crazy.
Every time someone says something, what'd you say? I was just yesing people. Kind of liked it though for a little bit. It was
Dangerous game to yes.
when there's something a little wrong with you, feels kind of nice. People feel bad for you.
We didn't feel like that.
No, you
No one
guys
felt
did not
bad
feel
at all
bad
for you.
at all.
Who felt bad?
Yeah, no one felt bad for you.
Rhea,
Oh, yeah, that's it. Rhea felt, yeah. That's it. No one here felt bad for you.
My back, I would think it was 2 summers ago. My back was like really bothering me. And you were like, you're full of shit.
Oh yeah,
I legitimately couldn't, bro. I had to go to a fucking hospital.
I still don't believe you.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I know I
Literally couldn't
I was
walk.
on that private plane with
Killing
you
me.
that one time, and you were laying on the floor.
So Larry Bird used to do.
When was that?
I don't remember exactly.
No, that was just so I could go to sleep. That wasn't when my back hurt.
Oh, well, that's weird.
Take a rest. All right, Mike Brown's going to have an introductory press conference probably right now, or he already had it. I didn't watch any of it.
Probably gonna be insane.
It hasn't happened.
No, I would imagine it's all.
It's gonna be the most boring thing in the world.
He'll just have like
It's definitely today. What time is it?
No, I know, but you said I haven't watched it. I don't think it's happened yet. So obviously you
I
haven't.
felt like they should do press conferences in the morning. You think the media guys sleep late? Think they do it in the
You're
afternoon?
the one who's bringing this up.
Yeah, I don't. Well, here's the thing. I do think it's going to be a ton of like softballs. They're gonna,
What's
or
he
they're
gonna
just gonna
talk
have
about?
what?
Like, what would they even ask him?
Well, I mean, you do have to
2:30.
address the
2:30.
fucking elephant in the room that, like, hey, you weren't the first choice. Like, that's pretty evident.
no chance they ask him.
I know. I don't.
That's crazy they don't ask him that then.
That's
Well,
what they
they're-
do in these type of things,
Because
bro.
they want to
Like,
be able to have access to the Knicks, and if they ask that, they'll get kicked.
Yeah, it's all like the media be like trying to be friends with him the first time.
Yeah.
2:30.
And Mike Brown's fucking boring.
Yeah.
yes.
I'd ask him about his goatee.
I didn't know he won 4 rings as an assistant.
Yeah,
Got 4 rings.
Warriors.
Does that count?
Not really. I mean, Tibbs right too. He
Maybe
has
he has at least one with the Celtics.
Celtics. Yeah.
Does it really count? Honestly, would you
Yeah, I think you
You're-
do. If you're a high level assistant, like, yeah,
assistant in the NBA? I almost
you still were
sometimes-
part of 4 championship
Yeah, it
teams.
counts. Of course,
Of course
it counts.
it
You were
counts, but,
100%.
Like, you can't like say you have 4 championships. That's
No.
Yeah, like we're not bringing in a 4-time champ.
No.
in my mind.
Right.
No.
You can't say that.
Obviously, it counts for his personal. Like, yeah, good for him.
He also definitely contributed for sure.
mean, he
He's
was
a
like
top
the-
assistant that helps, but like
Yeah, he was
but I'm
doing the
not
scout,
saying-
he was-
I still
yeah.
can't say you're a 4-time
What
champ.
sport in the NBA? What sport would you rank it in as importance to head coach? NFL.
Winning championship.
No, in every sport, and
Oh, the
as your
importance
coach,
of the head
the
coach.
importance of the head coach. What's the number one sport that your coach counts the most?
Football.
I'd say football.
NFL.
Football.
NFL,
I'd say football definitely.
Has to be
and then MLB, then NBA. I don't know about hockey.
I think so too.
It's close.
Because NBA is so star driven. Like it's
That's what I'm
such a
saying.
player,
where,
like,
like is Mike Brown? Like obviously, it comes down to it. Like where Tibbs maybe was playing some guys too much, but like I still think like the NBA coach doesn't matter. It does matter, but it's the least important.
Is it weird that I think the NBA coach matters more in the regular season, but I think MLB it matters more in the playoffs?
That's fair.
Because I think those
I don't hate
bullpen
that.
decisions and things like that are so crucial.
huge.
I also think that's when they
But
take
I think
the
During
reins off the
season, it's
manager.
very like you
Yeah,
just ride the waves.
Yeah.
I feel like during the season they got the shackles on you.
I'll tell you this.
Like, hey, you
little
have
bit,
to
yeah.
use this guy. We want this guy getting
Desperate,
used.
exactly.
And then in the playoffs, it's like, bro, this is my life on the line here to try and win.
Every decision you make in
Yeah.
the playoffs gets just
Tell you
magnified.
this.
Go back and forth with how important MLB manager is. I just don't know.
Oh, I think they're so
Because
important.
these days,
It's crazy.
like so many of the decisions just come from the front office now.
Yeah, but I think
The lineups come from the front office.
That's why I think NBA. I would lean NBA, but
I
but in
want to
those-
lean NBA
But in
too.
high leverage,
what's
I
an
think
NBA
MLB
coach doing
matters.
during a game?
What's what?
Timeouts and
NBA coach?
substitutions, right?
Yeah, I mean they're drawing
Like
up
at
plays
that,
still.
they're not drawing up plays.
A lot of them are like see that's
All
what
throughout the
Hibbs
game?
is like bad. Like
No,
Hibbs-
no, like out of timeouts and shit.
Yeah,
matter?
are they listening
I mean,
to
they
it too?
control
Like,
minute counts. So, like, if a guy's like, how many minutes the guy's in the
Rotations.
like,
yeah, no,
that
of
stuff
course,
matters.
of course. I'm not saying they don't matter at all, obviously, but I still think a baseball coach matters a ton more. I do want to say NBA though is the hardest to deal with these players because there's at least there's only 11 of them, basically, usually, right?
12 to 15.
12, sure, 12.
Yeah, like 12.
There's like 10 that matter.
And 10 that matter, and the superstars are getting paid so much money, way more than you. And the superstar and like the attitudes or off the court stuff, I do think is harder to deal with than every other sport.
Sure.
Because baseball is like kind of there's 26 guys, whatever, 30 guys, and that's just a grind. That's every day. That just depends on how your team is. But football, there's so many fucking people. Those are like other coaches are really important too, because like the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, they
Like
kind of
offensive line coach.
yeah, like that. I think NBA is like kind of just you got to keep those guys under control so much. I don't know. That's
Look at the
hardest
Suns,
part.
dude. They just went through like a head coach like every year for the last like 5 years. I feel like.
Yeah, I just don't think it's. I think it's the least important out of the top three sports.
This is also going to piss off the hockey people. I'm sure it's going to be an
Just
old
don't
take
know.
exposed. I don't know how they hear him on the ice. That's my take.
Here's mine, Rico. To
How
counter
they hear?
that.
How
I
they
don't
hear,
know how.
they hear him on the court. Honestly, how they like?
Court's a lot smaller.
Yeah, but
There's like
it's
glass
loud
in
as
between.
fuck in there. I don't think they hear him on the court.
Wait, yeah, they're through the glass in.
No.
Well, I guess
Are they
there's no
protected?
glass when they,
No,
'cause they gotta
no.
go off the bench, but
No, there's
No,
no
they're not
glass on the bench.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I don't know how people know when to
That's-
come on and off.
He said glass, and he threw me off.
I didn't say glass. I didn't.
That is our hockey show. There's glass between the fucking bench.
I never
Well, I was saying
understand
more-
how.
more-
How do you
Like,
think they got on the
They gotta
ice?
get on. They
I
gotta
was
get
saying
on.
more for the
Right, That's
arena
tough.
than,
That's tough. Yeah, it's tough. They're further away. I don't
They
know.
literally have a door they go.
They're really
they
close.
jump over.
They're right on the ice.
I mean, NBA, they're on the court.
I know. I'm. It was.
Oh, I thought you said that it would be worse. And
No, I didn't say it would be worse. I'm saying it's probably also hard to hear sometimes on the court as well because it's so loud. But
you can hear them pretty good when you're close.
I think so.
yeah, so the ice too.
I know I can't speak.
You can't hear him in football unless you, I guess, get the radio, so, right?
Well,
Football, you can actually.
But not everyone has a radio, though, right?
There's two
Only the
guys.
quarterback,
couple
Quarterback
guys.
and one guy in the defense.
Right, defense, yeah.
You can talk to him directly.
So, like, you're not really hearing them either.
No.
There you go.
Coach. So coaches don't matter at all. Got it.
I don't know about
decided?
that, but
I just don't think Mike Brown is gonna make the Knicks better or worse. I don't.
right. Well, that's the question.
That's the question.
Eric
That's the other
Spoelstra-
question I have, too,
Eric
is-
Spoelstra can.
Right.
I think he can. I think some other guys. I don't think Mike Brown is going to do anything different to this team. Does that mean the Knicks can't make the championship? No, I don't. I think it definitely still can.
Well, what round does Mike Brown have to get to?
Eastern
Last year we got to the conference final. Yeah, so he has to.
1,000%
I
have.
think it's
What did
Eastern
you say?
Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference.
That's the,
especially
right.
with how weak.
Because that's the starting gap of where. That's where Thibodeau got you.
You guys get knocked
Anything
out in the
before
second
that,
round. Like,
it's
what do
over.
you do with
Yes.
Mike Brown?
Right.
And they'll keep him, and it'll be a disaster.
You could justify if he gets to the Eastern Conference Finals because it's like, all right, he was one step. That's where we were last
team
year.
is going to
two
be
in a row.
Team's going to be better
Yeah.
going the next year, and the East is worse. There's no exception for.
Well, the
being
thing is, though, too,
worse.
not even that they got better with their depth, which they did. They have another, like, they had a full year to play with each other completely. Like, that was.
Yeah, Bridges will be
Tibbs
better.
Bridges and Carly Towns had to, like, 1 year. Like, he had to deal with the first year, like, getting together. Now it's completely full year into a second. Like, Mike Brown has it. That's a great team to go to as a new coach.
A lot of pressure.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of pressure, but that's what that comes with a lot of other teams, too.
You're
Like,
going to have pressure no matter what if you're the Knicks coach. So
yeah, like Knicks coach, even when they sucked, it was still.
But I'd rather have pressure and be a Final Four team than have no pressure and be the coach of the Hornets.
for sure. Also, they're talking. They're going to bring in
question.
Borrego to be the
No,
top.
it's
It's
not.
a great question.
No, 'cause
I'd love to be a Hornets head coach right now.
You last for a year and a half and you get canned or whatever.
Now, though, I feel like they have a little something going.
Who's like the longest tenured like bad team coach right now?
Dude.
I'd say Billy Donovan
That's a pretty
off
fair
the top
answer.
of my head without knowing a ton of NBA coaches.
That's the thing, though. I don't know.
I'd say Billy Donovan.
Yeah.
What if the
Been there
Bulls?
5
Oh,
years.
nothing.
Wait, it's only been 5.
The Wizards.
He's been there like 5 years, hasn't he?
Plenty.
Oh, because he
It's
was
a long
with the
time.
Thunder.
A long time, dude.
I know. I thought it was a little longer. That's all. I just thought it was a little longer.
How long's the Wizards guy been there? I don't know.
How long's the Jazz guy been there? Will, is his name Will? This is bad.
Yeah, but they weren't bad. They were in the mix a couple of years ago.
I'm
Oh,
very
you're right.
honest.
Jazz were a 1 seed.
You're right. You're right.
Jazz were a
You're right.
1
Wasn't
seed.
Quinn Snyder the coach when they were the 1 seed?
You might be right. Also,
Is there a way to
I'm pretty sure. Quinn
Oh,
pull up
Snyder was
tenure
that
of
coach.
NBA coaches?
I like their guy they have now. I can't-
Good list.
Celtics.
Through it.
Come on. Trying to look at the Jazz guy, of course.
Billy Donovan.
Hardy.
Will Hardy.
Yeah, he's been there 3 years.
Okay.
And never once in the playoffs because
Okay.
Quinn Snyder was there when they were in the playoffs.
He's reaching that, and they're going to be really bad. So
That's a good answer.
he's just, and I feel like he's good enough that they won't can him.
I mean, this could.
The Wizards. It's Brian Keefe. He's been there a year and a half.
So that's not the answer.
He's been there he came over from the Nets. He's a Nets assistant.
That's not the answer.
I think he's a Massachusetts guy. I think Kirk knows him.
Yeah, Adelman's new. This guy's new.
Will Hardy might be the answer. Oh no, sorry, Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan.
Billy
I
Donovan.
nailed it.
for just being like average.
Yeah, and that roster has nothing going for
No.
them.
Doug Christie's got
Didn't
the
get any
fucking
picks.
Kings job now.
They have Buzelis.
Fired Mike Brown for him.
Yeah. How long has Willie Green been at the Pelicans? That's a question I ask.
Who would have thought Willie Green was the coach of the Pelicans?
Never
I
would've
guess
got
probably
that.
like 2 or 3.
I would say
He was the Pelicans coach in 2021.
That's 4
Been
years.
there 4 years.
Four.
Holy
So,
shit.
but
All right,
Donovan's
Willie Green might be. That's a way worse.
What about the
That's
Magic one?
Yeah, but they made.
Well,
They've been
Playoffs.
good.
Oh,
They've been
recently,
They were good, yeah.
But like
And the,
before
Willie
that,
Green's
they
in the
were
playoffs
bad.
twice. Just got knocked
Yeah,
out.
Donovan's.
bad, though,
I
before
nailed it.
that.
Donovan's the answer.
Yeah.
Did you nail it?
Yeah, I was happy with myself.
Should be.
All right, so Brown's got to reach the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's pretty fair.
It's a lose-lose situation. Pretty. He has to win a
It's not a
title.
if he wins it all, he's
to win a
built statue of
to
Mike
win
Brown.
a title. That's what I'm saying. Though, like he
the
had
win
like
part-
Oh no,
inheriting a
he has
good
to
team.
get. No, he has to.
not really though. If
he
you
has
get
to
to, if you
get-
get to Eastern Conference Final and lose again, it's like what,
He has to
what's the point?
get to the finals.
I think
Knicks do not have to win a championship with him in his first year. That's a
No.
lot to ask.
But-
If he gets there though, yeah, they'll be.
But what if he
It's not a
does?
lose-lose though because he's inheriting a good team in a shitty conference. Like
100%.
you're in a good
but
position.
getting to a championship is obviously the hardest fucking thing to do.
Yeah, it's not lose.
Gets to-
It's just a lot of pressure.
Kind of. Let me get to the lose thing. If you get to the Eastern Conference Final, that is amazing for anybody. He loses, it's like why do we? It doesn't
Yeah, but the
matter.
upside of if you win though, if you win,
What if he
they
takes
win the
them-
NBA Finals, they
if
put
you
street
win is if
signs up.
you-
And,
yeah.
like, they would build a statue of this guy.
One more
Well, let me
step.
ask you this.
They go one more step. That's not a lose-lose.
Yeah,
It's
but
heralded.
it's just like the chances of that happening for the Knicks is.
This is gonna sound crazy.
I know.
It's
It's,
not that, but they're always like that.
I
Like it's obviously it's hard to make the championship.
yeah,
This
that's
is-
what I'm
this-
saying. Tibbs just made it one step away and
Yeah.
he got fired.
This
which
is
like
going to sound crazy. If the Knicks win the championship next year and you have Mike Brown, do you retire?
no.
No.
Why not? Why not? You can't
'Cause
go
you're
any
making- 'cause
higher.
You're making
Then you have
$5 million a
I
year.
know, but
Years
that's it. There is no
Why
like.
did you make it?
10.
So
NBA coaches make more than you think.
$10 million a year. So there's
He has
no way
6
he's
more
retired.
years of freedom.
Signed
He
a
can lose
4-year
every
Why
game.
would you
after
retire and put $30 million on the table and
You
walk
go
away?
out on top. You leave him wanting
But I mean,
more.
go out on top, but
You're
then-
the guy who brought the Knicks a championship the first time in 50
But
years.
the amount
Like,
of goodwill you've built up with
Yeah.
that championship, like you're good forever.
Yeah.
Bro, he
They
can
could miss the
literally.
playoffs.
30 and 50, no one will give a fuck.
Yeah, they could miss the playoffs.
He's
the next
got
3 years of his
6 more
contract.
years to do nothing.
And I'll still, when he comes in the room, I'll be on my knees like this.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Like you're a god.
He's also only 55. Like, it's not like he's a 70-year-old coach inheriting.
Mike
this team.
Brown's 55.
Unless my Google search was
Makes
wrong.
I
sense.
think that's about right.
Dude, these NBA.
I was off,
coaches-
I was like 10 years off on Thibodeau. I thought Thibodeau
Tibbs
was
is old.
younger. I thought he was like late 50s.
I would think
60s,
if I was Mike Brown, I'd think about it. I really would. I'd be like,
And then you,
Oscar,
I
and your
can't get any
accountant,
higher.
your accountant would be like, you have $30 million. Go back to work.
But he could get $30 million in appearance fees.
Also,
You just
defend the
talk to
belt.
Knicks fans and be like, "I'm coming to your
Don't
bar
you-
mitzvah."
So what do you?
10 grand.
do you
I'd
think
rather
every-
coach than go to bar
Every
mitzvahs.
coach should just retire after they win.
No,
Wow, this
no,
is-
no. Bringing
Knicks.
back a franchise. The Knicks who haven't won for 50 years.
That would be a big deal.
If you're the Lakers, you're the Celtics. Like, no, it
No,
could.
but the counter to your thing is he wins year one, it don't fucking matter what he did after that.
Exactly.
Right.
You could win
whatever you
zero
Yeah, but there's no
games.
higher. You go out on the highest of highs.
Oh, but
He
like
can
there's no
walk
stress
around with his
anymore.
cock out everywhere
The
after
stress
that.
is gone. You're the fucking. You
Coach the next
want the
10
Knicks
years,
to
it wouldn't matter. He could do
promised
dick.
land.
That is a good point.
Any restaurant, anything he wants. Fucking
The king of New
Oh,
York.
I'm Mike Brown. Oh, you just won the next. Yes, you.
They might rename Manhattan the Mike
He
Brown.
can win. He actually could
Brown,
run
New
for
York.
mayor and win. He'd run for mayor. If he wants to retire and run for mayor, sure, he'd win.
He might win this year.
He'd win this year. This year, he'd definitely
He
win.
might win.
If they won.
He might win now.
Thibodeau actually could win.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I don't know. I just again, it's a laughable theory. This one's probably pretty quick. Confirmed, which we all kind of knew. Halliburton out completely for next year.
Yep.
They just announced it. That's all.
Yeah.
Thought that was newsworthy.
That's pretty crazy. That is newsworthy. Like I
It was expected.
I know it's
It was expected, but
it's
it's just
like,
yeah.
You just think that nowadays, you think that they could
I know.
come like a year, like it's over a year. It's gonna be
Achilles
over
is
a
a
year.
lot, though.
Achilles
Oh, I understand. Believe me, I understand. But at
Literally
this point,
snaps.
you would think like, because what was Rogers? He was back the next year.
We still
right?
don't know. No, because he never did come back.
He didn't. He did practice and stuff, but also very different sport and position and everything.
When he got hurt that first
He
year,
got hurt like early September.
Yes, he got hurt week one.
He threw a couple balls in like December.
It was all like
Practice.
he was gonna come back if like they made the
If they
playoffs.
came back.
Or, like
Yeah.
but they never were. So you don't know.
But he doesn't a quarterback.
He was never going to
But
come back.
Tatum, they're not saying he's out for the year, right?
I mean, I think he is.
No, but I think it's like
If you look at what they're doing,
Dame is
they-
an all-star
If you
break
judge
somehow.
them,
I have no idea how that's gonna work.
if you judge them by their actions, they're saying he's out for the year.
What about Kyrie?
He was an ACL though, a little bit.
Yeah.
Little
He'll be
shorter,
a
actually.
postseason guy.
Yeah,
I think he could.
that's an interesting.
Crazy ACL shorter now.
The Mavs. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
ACLs used to be like
Shorter than Achilles.
Well, Achilles have always been. The problem is no one used to have Achilles on basketball. That's a weird thing. This uptick in Achilles.
we
strange.
buying this Lowe's thing, the Lowe sneakers. That was a big debate.
that's very old. I'm very surprised
That's a
you
very,
of all
like,
people
old-
brought that up.
Well, no, I don't.
You would have that
I
person.
don't even have
hung
an
by a
opinion if
fucking
I believe it or
balls.
not. It's just something people have talked.
I think
about
everything
a
should be
lot.
on the table.
I don't love it.
I
don't know if-
I had a pair of low. I tried them on the other day. A pair of lows that the whole ankle's exposed.
Bro, they
I was
don't
like,
sell
Oh,
high
now wear
ones
them.
anymore.
Now-
Good.
He tried to find
I tried
something.
to find high. I said because I would literally wear
Yeah.
these, and I asked for. They're like, oh no, like the new style.
KD's are
Oh,
mid. KD's mid.
That's
and
the
it
one
at
I
least
got
covers ankles.
because it's mid.
That's what I got.
The
Covers
low
the ankle.
your ankle showing in basketball is insane to me.
Everyone loves the
Nuts.
Kobe's. Kobe's are like
I
all
know.
low.
I'm gonna try the low cut ones I have that with the ankle exposed and see what like if they're okay. But
I roll my ankle with them too much. I need high tops. I have
No.
I have the Currys. They're high tops.
KDs are fine, like they do the job, but it's like
then there's other ones. There's another pair of Currys I have that go to here. Like again, they're low cut, and the top is just like mesh. If you could see, like
Yeah.
picture that. It's like a sock. So like your whole ankle is exposed.
I don't like this.
I don't like those.
the
I
sock.
don't.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
like
feel
that
like I'm
either.
getting any sort of support in my ankle.
It's very weird. So
I also feel like you think
I gave Jenks a pair of Currys that were completely low. I'm like, I'm never wearing these. I don't trust these. Like,
you think you
it's
could
all
just
the
be-
same move. It's all the same move. They step back,
Step back.
but they step back before going forward, and it pops. It's the same. Tatum
Yeah.
did the same exact thing. Halliburton did the same exact
Adam
thing.
Silver's fault. Changed the court too much.
The athletes are just more powerful now.
Bro,
More
I remember-
explosive?
I remember
I
a
think
thing
it's
that
fair.
resonated
Be
with
honest.
me when
I don't know.
When I watched the Bo Jackson documentary, him dislocating his hip. They basically were saying he's one of the only people that could do that because he's the only person that could generate enough like
funny.
force
Yeah.
to like actually separate his hip.
my
That like thought that always like resonated with me, and I was like, are athletes just getting so
I do-
good and they cut so hard and athletically that they just
Ev.
like their body parts.
That's why. I mean, that's why baseball pitchers are getting hurt more because they're throwing so much harder than they used to.
your arm's not supposed to do that.
Right.
Like that's the thing where I think Ev is right. I think they're because also now they are eating so clean. They have so many. Their bodies are almost too perfect, and they're exploding. And then all of a sudden, it's popping easier. Where it's like there's like even there's a theory like when people went vegan, like they got hurt more. Like
Yeah.
Cam Newton, that happened to him.
Andrew Luck. I
Like
think
if you
he
look
did.
at Ocho Cinco, he had McDonald's all the time. He didn't get hurt once in his entire career. It's just weird things where it's like sometimes when your body's so perfect, it's doesn't know what to do when it fucking that explosion happens in their leg. It's like I don't know. It's very interesting to think about.
I'll say this: the Achilles epidemic did not happen pre NBA Cup. Then they started to change the courts. Silver's fault.
I also feel like if you go back in like old days, like they weren't the most athletic of people looking.
I think we need to dial
the
it
way
back.
they
I
look,
mean,
like-
go back to even the 90s, though. Those Michael Jordan and Iverson were pretty athletic guys. Kobe's pretty athletic. They
Of
weren't blowing
course.
Achilles.
Oh, 100%.
Like, why is it happening now? But guys are more explosive now. Guys are in better shape now, even than in the 90s.
I just like when you look at.
Don't make it sound like these guys were like
Yeah, but for every Jordan and
fucking
I,
six, packs
Yeah,
of
but look
Marlboro.
for every Jordan, Iverson, and Kobe, there was an Arvydas Sabonis who was like first team or second team All NBA that looked like he stumbled
look
out of
at-
a
Yeah, but
fucking.
also, yeah.
Look at Zion Williamson. Like that guy's body is
Yeah.
not supposed to be able to jump that high and like do these things. He's 3,000. I don't know how many pounds does he weigh?
High twos, probably.
1,000
I was
pounds.
joking.
Or like
ton and a
290.
I
half.
was gonna say 300,
I was
but
gonna
I
say
wanted to make
270.
it.
Yeah, he's pretty.
He's
He's
probably
pretty.
290
Probably-
doing
probably 270
windmill
when he's in good
dunks is
shape.
like. I think that's why he gets hurt so much. He's too powerful sometimes.
They also just don't let him
Gumbo.
play.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
I would feel like we've touched on this a bunch of times, but I wrote a blog the other day about like this fucking dinosaur race thing that happens in July, and I said like jokingly, if it was on TV, or I said in the thing like you catch yourself watching Summer League for 2 quarters because it's like I know how much you love baseball and I love the Mets, but like at 10 o'clock when the Mets game's over at 10 o'clock, like if I'm not firing up Rangers, Mariners out west.
I am.
Not all. I don't think all the same. I don't think people are completely locked into that. The generic sports.
I agree.
So to speak.
No,
so
no.
that's why you're watching like some poker. Like you look at the summer, you're watching Peach Jam, a little bit of fucking Summer League poker. Trying to think of what else has like kind of popped up.
No one's
Cornhole,
watching Peach Jam.
whatever. Cornhole, this and that. Like things are. You're just kind of dying for something there.
Love Island.
Yes. Should the
That's what people are
That's what
watching.
people
Right,
are watching.
that's what people are watching.
Everybody's
Should the NBA really shift to try to own to get all the way through to July? Start on Christmas and go through July.
I mean,
I
people
just
don't
know how
watch
you could
regular
ever
season.
do it though. I don't know how you could ever stop because they just stop. Like it would be unfair to everybody right now that was just in the playoffs.
I don't understand why you guys don't
do you
watch. Why wouldn't you watch
Like,
regular season baseball? Like at 10?
I watch regular season baseball.
Like beyond
To
the
be
Yankees.
honest with you, yesterday I was.
I'll
watching-
pop in.
I
I'll
don't
pop
get
in. I'll be honest.
Oh,
I'll
I
pop
was
in.
watching. I'll tell you what exactly why. I was watching the Rays and the Tigers yesterday. It was the worst. It was the worst thing I've ever watched. The way that like the announcers were, the way the stadium was not filled, like it was so boring. I was sitting there and there was home runs happening a ton. The Tigers hit a ton of home runs yesterday, and I was just like, the announcer like talked 10 seconds after the home run. It was this worst product. Like the Mets and I don't think we realize
Very
how
spoiled.
spoiled we are with the Yankees and Mets. With our like the Mets have an amazing broadcast.
So do the
Yankees do have a good broadcast.
agree.
Mets head. I just think number one.
Not head and
overall.
shoulders, but it is.
Well, I'll put it. The tiers. So if you want to put the Yankees in that broadcast, and back when Scully was doing it, you put him up there.
Dodgers still have a good broadcast. Joe Davis does a nice job now.
Right. Yeah. That brought
Dodgers
the
is good,
tiers. The tier one.
Padres are good now.
Tier one. However many teams you want to put in that tier are head and shoulders. I think above everybody else.
Guardians guy's incredible.
You like the Guardians guy? Yeah.
Yeah, I just fell in love with him after the Tim Anderson Ramirez call of the fight.
Okay. Yeah.
He literally became a boxing announcer like that on the fly. One of the best things I've ever seen.
Do the Red Sox hate their guy,
Yeah.
Dave O'Brien?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's so boring.
Bro, there was a comparison of Judge's game-tying homer against Crochet.
Yeah.
Roman Anthony's first Fenway homer last night, and it's like he has a shirt off for Judge.
Honestly, Mike, did you see Michael Kay go back at the Blue Jays
I didn't see
guy?
what that was about. I mean, I saw that happen over the weekend, but I
Yeah.
didn't know what was going on.
Well, Blue Jays guy like brought out a broom and he was being like.
Okay, I saw that. Yeah.
Basically, was being you're supposed to be professional as a
Oh,
broadcaster, but he was like also Michael Kay actually kind of buried him, being like you're a fanboy and also saying like. Saying you're in first place and acting like this in July is a little crazy. Like you could be happy about it, but getting
I think there should be a little bit of a mix. I think you should definitely be professional. But what makes it great is when the Instagram clips when they show Gary Cohen like being excited about a fucking wild
I
play.
think everyone
and
is.
he's going like this, like that. That's what you want. Like even to an I thought they were a little like over the line, but the White Sox guys back in the day, where it's like, put it on the board.
Ken Harris.
That's fucking not bad. Like, I don't, it's your team.
See,
Like,
that's what I want.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty.
Like, honestly, I
biased,
want
though.
the Blue Jays guy to bring out a broom.
too.
Like, fuck professionalism.
No.
I don't
Yes,
do-
but actually, when the announcers also going back to each other is what I want. I like the
I love
announcers.
I don't want that
I love
either.
it.
I love that. That's
Do it
good.
on air.
Like
Yeah.
no, they did.
They simultaneously.
Michael K.
let's
Michael
go.
K. on air went after this guy.
Like a
and-
boxing
I
press
like that.
conference.
And I like that he did that. Like, it's funny, like, to have rivalry. Like, if you're a baseball team on the field of rivalries and also the broadcast, I'm so for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And you're very right. Like, the Michael K., you sometimes see him go like this, like, when they score. It's
I mean, Gary Cohn grew up a Mets fan. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Like,
Yeah, and
so
also-
that's, but
He doesn't hide from it. Yeah.
right,
be
but he's
honest-
also very, like,
Yeah.
they'll talk, and like Hernandez will say, when guys do bad things and don't hustle and do that, that's why the Mets broadcast is awesome. It's funny, you learn shit, like, and they care about it. So it's
like,
great.
even my brother is the stat guy for the Devils. He grew up a Rangers fan. You go to all those games. You're engulfed in the team. You know every little thing about it. So these guys are all fans of the team. They're probably the biggest fan.
It's good for them professionally if the team's good.
Going 162 games, maybe now 155. Some of them because they take some breaks, but like they definitely are, and they should show some fandom. It's not like you're a reporter; you're an announcer. I want you to root for this team.
Yeah. And what's getting scary with the Mets is I don't know when this 3 kind of breaks up. I think it's pretty closer than we think. They're getting to the back 9 here, probably on the 15th hole.
Yeah, Rob.
Like, and then who's next? Because like if they move Gelbs up there, like that's bad.
They'll figure it out.
We'll see. But it is what it is.
Nothing lasts forever.
Speaking of baseball, so Manny Machado got his 2,000th hit last night. He's 32.
Hall of Famer.
Right, fair enough. I don't think he's going to get to 3,000.
I think he might.
I think
Yeah?
he would.
Look how long he signed for. Was he signed for
Wow.
8 more years?
I
7
think
more
he's got
years?
7 more years. If I had to,
So I think he does get
You
there.
think he does get there? All right, so then it begs the question. I started to look at the list. I didn't write down all of them. I wrote down a ton of big names. A ton of these are no-brainer, like no's. So McCutcheon's got 22, 26. He's 38 years old.
No chance. Oh, we're talking about getting to 3,000?
Yes, no chance, obviously. But like I'm writing down the big names.
Machado signed through 2033, by the way.
Wow.
At 32 years old,
Yeah.
so that gives him what, 8 more? Yeah, but is he going to perform at 8 more?
33.
years?
He
He's
just
average
performing now?
130
Like
hits,
100,
120
yeah,
hits a
100.
year.
just turned 33.
he's performing now.
He's,
also.
yeah, he's at 33 or 32 years old. He's averaging 120. Clemmer,
No, he's not. No.
he's
He
probably
needs to average
averaging
120 moving forward.
He's
He's
probably
averaging like
averaging-
160
I was
now.
gonna say, yeah.
So that gulf will get even smaller and smaller.
But in 7 years, you don't
He's
think
still really good. The next 4 years, he's still gonna be really good.
He had
160?
163 hits last year. He's on pace this year
All
for
right, so
180.
all right, so fine. So 180 for the next 4, and guys get hurt in baseball. That
would- he's
that
there.
would get him like close.
Then
gives
he's
him
there.
720. Okay, all right.
Then he
4
like
years
3
left.
years
No,
over
he won't
100
average 180 over the next 4.
No.
Because injuries.
Yeah. Okay, so Machado's got a shot.
If he can
Okay.
get like,
I think Machado gets
if he
it.
can get like 500 the next.
Fairly durable guy as well, though. Like,
He really hasn't.
Very
been-
Machado's got a shot. All right, that's fine.
Machado takes plays off because
about
that's
it.
how he stays durable.
back in the like in his couple more years, he'll just be like a DH.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Right.
Since 2019, 156 games. 2020 played every game.
Yeah.
2021, 153, 150, 138 is his lowest since 2019.
Okay.
He'll always be
He's
sad.
performing. All right, he's got a shot.
Machado, by the way,
Always.
he will be the first third baseman ever, I believe, right? 3,000 hits, 500 home runs.
How many
Yeah,
home
probably.
runs does he have right now?
Is Brett
357.
357?
Wow, yeah, so
So
he'll get there.
think
Brett
he can
didn't get 500
You
homers.
think he hits 500 homers?
He needs 143 more.
Okay.
Get there. Shit.
He's a
wish
sneaky
he-
guy. You wouldn't really think
I wish Cal
he's gonna get
Ripken
to
have.
500, but he
Cal Ripken did not have 500 home runs.
Yeah, how many do you have? I was saying.
400.
Or 30?
Wow.
I could be wrong.
All right, so Machado could get there. Freddie
Games 430.
Freddie Freeman at 23. He's the leader in the clubhouse. 23.58 at 35 years.
Yeah, he's getting it.
Close.
I don't know.
That'd be
I
close.
think he will.
I would.
That's a good like over under like
another super durable guy.
9.5.
That one I'm a little bit.
I think he gets it. He'll
650
be
away.
around till he's 40.
All right. So Machado, you
So
think
if that's the
yes.
case, then, so I would lean yes.
I think Freeman.
Freeman, you think yes?
Machado's a definite yes,
Okay.
in my opinion. Freeman's a
Machado's
Probably.
one player that I will always be upset we didn't get.
Oh,
I really wanted him.
he
so bad.
might annoy you though if you
People-
watch him every day.
people thought he was an asshole coming
Yeah.
from Baltimore, and I wanted every part of it.
He might annoy you if you watch him every day, though, because he takes plays off because that's how he stays durable.
Yeah, honestly though, I'm fine. He's just so goddamn.
Okay, if he doesn't run to first.
Yes,
Yes.
I could.
give a fuck.
I could care less about running.
If
The
you're
guys
gonna
can.
play the way he does, sure.
He's
Yeah.
I love the player. I'm not
I
shitting on
care.
him. but-
I care when you bat 210 and don't run to first.
Right.
Yeah,
When
that's
you're
That's
like
a,
that.
Cano got away with it forever until
Correct.
he
Oh,
was bad.
Cano, I could care less.
Cano, no one cared until he was bad.
We got on
He was
Glaber
good,
because
no
he
one
would
cared.
do it when he was 0 for 45.
Yes.
You know?
Glaber, by the way, this year pretty good.
was great.
Very good. I mean, we could have seen it. Obviously, a change of scenery guy. He was so ticketed for that.
He was good at the end of last year, like that
guys
leadoff
should've-
spot.
you guys
Like,
should've-
Glaber got
he
a.
helped it.
Glaber
we
did
don't
not
get
get
the
a
World
fair
Series
shake
without
in New
him.
York.
Absolutely not.
He didn't get a fair shake.
Not get a fair shake here.
He got a lot of criticism for.
Yep.
And he was starting to play really.
You know what
well.
it was? He
Who
set
didn't
the
get a
bar
fair
too
shake?
high too early.
Glaber didn't get a fair shake, you think?
Yeah.
Probably not. He set the bar too high too early.
Yeah.
Also,
The 40 home run season that early, everyone was like,
Oh, it was a juice ball season.
fair. No, I
know,
agree with
but-
you.
So like everyone got the
I agree with you.
misconception of like, damn, this guy's a sick power hitter.
Yes,
He's
yes.
like, nah, he's a 25 home run hitter.
Yes. Good player. He's always been a good player.
Dude, he wanted to be here. That's the sad part of him. Like he wanted to be a Yankee for life.
Altuve, 23-23 is 35.
I hope not. I hope. Yeah, I think so.
I think he gets there.
Really?
I do.
guys have way
he's
more
having
guys
he's
on-
having
yeah.
a down year this year.
Okay.
So, but I think the Astros are going to keep him around,
Well, they just signed him.
and they just extended him. But I think they would keep him around just to get to 3,000. Like if he's close, they give him another year, kind of.
That's what I think of a lot of like him, Freeman. Like their guys were like, as long as they can stay healthy, when they get to like that 38, 39, like are they willing to just stick around to get 3,000?
He's signed for 4 more years. So what is he at now?
23. So he's
23,
got a long way.
So
to
he's
go.
670 divided by 4. That's not quite there.
It's if he wants to hang around, that's really what it
Yeah.
is. Does he want to hang around just to get 3,000?
McCutcheon, 22-26, he's 38. No.
Zero
I'm
chance.
going to say no. Yeah, right. Goldschmidt, 21-45 at 37. No.
Zero chance.
This is where it starts to get interesting. I guess you're buying on guys. Xander Bogaerts is 32. He's got 1773.
Nah.
It's not as quick of a no as you think, only because he's signed for so long. He's signed for another
But he's
10 years,
slowed
8
down
years.
so
Keep an
much.
eye on
down-
it. Yeah, just
slowed
keep
down
an eye
too
on
early.
it.
I know, but but he's signed for 10 more years. Is that right?
yeah. It's a
10 more years.
monster
But he'd
contract.
still have to average like 130 for 10 years. That's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, but they
That's a lot
got
for 10
they got-
years.
10 years is such a long time.
So you keep an eye on Bogarts.
I would say probably no, but I wouldn't rule it out.
Harper at 17-29, he's 32.
No.
It's just
17
health.
what?
The health
That's how it
like
is.
the-
Harper's at 17.
He's starting to break down physically.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yep.
He misses a ton.
Hall of Famer.
Right, without a doubt.
Sure.
But
Mookie Betts is 32. He's got 1697.
No.
No.
Okay.
I
figured that.
I kind of feel more Clemmer. I'm like, it wouldn't like.
probably not, but I'm going to say a
He's
hard
one like he feels like
He
he
hasn't
gets to
been
like
too
20,
durable.
like 700.
If he was
Yeah. getting
30,
hurt.
I'd get there. But
30, 32 is tough. I will say another Hall of Famer.
Definitely.
Devers, 1154. He's at 28.
No.
He's 28 years old.
I see him breaking.
Okay.
In fact, 1,100 you said?
He's at 1154.
Yeah, so he still has so many more.
Yeah, he's only 28 though. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I was putting it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
I was going through.
No,
the
that's fair.
list.
It's a fair
Is
question.
there anybody else you would buy, like really young, like maybe he just got?
Bobby
Yeah,
Witt.
good call.
What's Bobby Witt at?
He's just
I mean,
so
he's
early in his
so
career,
early in his career,
like
but-
Bobby Witt's definitely like
He's young, fast.
he's
like,
always up
for
there.
Average.
He's always up there in hits every year for like he's early. He's at 645, but like
Is he like 24, 25?
Still so young.
25.
Yeah.
That's a good call. No, he's definitely.
I don't hate his chances.
He'd be at the top of the list to buy.
And he
in
signed forever. Like,
Bro, that guy's gonna have 170 hits a season for
Yeah.
the next
Yep.
decade.
yeah, for sure.
Where does
Puts you in a
Acuna
really good
have?
spot.
He's hurt for a while.
He's hurt too much.
Who?
Acuna.
Acuna.
Yeah.
What's Soto have?
Oh, Soto.
Oh yeah, Soto. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to write him down. I didn't. think
Soto
he was
is
too
at
hot.
1,018. Just had his 1,000 this year. Is 26. So
Yeah, easily.
I would say
He'll get
Not
there.
easily, I should say, health wise.
I think he'll get there.
I think he'll get there
He's
too.
got 10 more years too. So
15.
yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
should.
Soto.
If things go decently, he should.
Soto will get there.
It's such a problem. His problem is he walks too much.
That's exactly right.
It's like that's the thing what people don't realize. Getting 3,000 hits so hard.
You know who didn't get 3,000 hits? Ted Williams.
Yeah.
He walked too much.
Yeah.
1,000 by 26.
Barry Bonds didn't get 3,000 hits. walk too much.
Yeah, walked every game 4 times.
So I mean, it can hold you back. You're right, Marty. If Soto doesn't get there, it's exactly why.
Ted Williams also took off a couple years for the war. No, am I misremembering that?
Two wars. I wouldn't say
So
took off.
crazy to
But
think about like that. That's like
Yeah.
a real thing.
World War
should
II
be in-
and Korea.
That should be in the bathroom book.
Yeah, it should.
2 wars. 2.
You should have his stats right before he missed the war. What were his stats right before he missed the war?
1941, he hit 406.
Probably really good, and then like
Imagine betting on those games when he comes back from war.
yeah.
Oh, unders galore.
Well, you know what happened the year he got back from the war? He went to the World Series. They lost, but 1946.
well
the
then?
Did he get a standing ovation every
bad
game
World
back
Series
from the war? Why not? Like he should.
Well, I mean,
Came
a
back from war. I don't
so
care
did a
what
lot
he's-
of guys though.
say,
Tons of guys.
They all
did.
should have. Yeah,
I
like
agree, but it was different.
Yeah, imagine they're like stand like remember at the games they're like stand if like so everyone could salute you or like
Yeah,
clap for you and there's guys in the field.
Yogi
Yeah.
Berra, DiMaggio, a lot of guys.
Could you imagine back in the day,
Bob Feller.
prime Skip and Stephen A. debating about Ted Williams going to war?
Yeah.
Or like coming back and be like, how do you
Imagine-
think he's going to
Yeah,
come back
that's-
after the war?
Imagine Frank almost lost it when he
Oh
did
my
lose
God!
it when
If
Edwin
Juan
Diaz
Soto went to war, or
when Edwin Diaz got hurt in the World Baseball
Baseball.
Classic, he had to go to. He's going to fucking war.
And there was a draft, right? Like, I mean, this is.
There was a draft,
imagine-
but some guys like Williams, Bob Feller, a lot of guys,
just went.
they signed up before the draft.
yeah, Ted
Yeah, imagine he
They
like,
wanted to fight.
he like tore his ACL in the war. That's tough.
'Cause even
Oh
like
my
I was thinking,
God.
giving them an ovation. Half the
Frank
guys in
being
the
like,
crowd
why
were
is he going so hard for war? He can't run down first. Oh,
that's yeah. I talk about it all the time. Like you go to heaven and there's like you watch sports channel play out of this. There's a TV station where you could watch Francesa talking about and Mad Dog talking about Ted Williams going to war and Stephen A. and everything. Yeah, like I'm trying to think of what else would have been.
That's how you'd be in heaven. That's how you'd celebrate heaven.
No, dude, I'm just saying there is a room. Like
okay.
you need to kill the day, bro. You don't have to
You need to kill
fucking do
the
your taxes. Like there's things you get to do.
Ted Williams missed the equivalent of 5 seasons basically because of World War II in Korea.
Crazy.
It's crazy. 5.
Absolutely.
And he still had 521 home runs.
Jeez.
How many homers do you think Judge ends up with?
What's he at now?
348.
How old is he?
33.
Yeah, we looked at that.
In the 500s.
Homers are hard though, man.
The high
Like,
five, like Reggie Jackson
I
territory.
was gonna say like 560,
560?
570.
you could still have a really good year of homers and only hit 31,
gonna play till he's
32. Like,
But he's on this. Like, if he's
I don't
if he
think-
can
I don't
stay on
think
the
10.
pace he's been on for like
Why?
3, 4
Rico,
years.
his
bet it's
full
hell.
seasons are
I think
get
they'll
lower
like,
than
DH at one
55.
point. Like he,
Big.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
DH. Like I think he'll play till he's 40. I really do think so.
I think so too.
You know what's an interesting guy to look at is Jacob deGrom. He doesn't have 100 wins yet, but you can make a case he's a Hall of Famer. But Sandy Koufax has the least
Yeah,
amount.
but we're about to enter a different world of Hall of Fame resumes.
I think you're right.
You know, and
He has
might be
to-
he might be the beginning of that.
It's an interest because DeGrom's old. DeGrom didn't get his first start till he's almost 26 years old.
Yeah.
Wait, how old was Whit?
He's 25.
Who's like the youngest superstar? Him?
Hitting wise?
All,
I would say
besides
Skeens,
Skeens. No, I mean
yeah.
not pitching wise.
Oh, hitter. Probably him.
Or like how old's James Wood?
Oh,
He's
actually,
the next one.
fuck, yeah.
He's younger.
Forgot about him.
I think
Like
he's
22
starting.
or
I don't
23?
think he's superstar yet, but I think he's starting.
I
To
think,
22.
I think this is his star
23
season.
in like a few weeks.
Yeah.
This is his superstar season.
it's
is.
just unfortunately he's on the wrong team.
Oh, they'll trade him soon.
Yeah,
Or they'll.
But he's all he needs. He puts on a nice little showing in the Derby. He's there.
1000%. Him just.
I think
being-
he will.
Him being in the derbies already.
He's got such natural power. I think he will.
Oh no, he's a legitimate
Judge ever
guy to watch.
Think Judge's gonna do it again?
He shouldn't.
Only if it's. I think if they win a World Series, he'll do it again. I don't think he wants to fuck up any part. He wants to risk any injury or swing changes because that's what happened.
It was so bad after that one.
Right. So I don't think he wants to do shit like that.
Also, he did his he put on one of the greatest displays we've ever seen.
Ever.
We've
it's
never
not,
seen people.
It's
hit-
not a LeBron situation where like he
Exactly.
just never did it. Like
He
he
put
did
on-
it and won.
He put on the show for the people.
You know, like if Yankee Stadium gets it again, but I don't think they're going to anytime soon.
why do you think LeBron never did it?
Coward.
Yeah, he was afraid.
I think he's afraid of losing and being embarrassed. That's straight up what it was.
Or if it just doesn't go in. Yeah.
And I think by the time he wanted to, he realized he should have. It was too late because the best of him had passed in terms of like his bounce
I don't know. Like, what was Vince Carter when he did it?
early.
Second
He
year?
was on the Raptors still, so like probably 20. He went to college for a few years, so he's probably like 23.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is year in the NBA. He wasn't a
I'll
rookie,
get
right?
Probably
second or
Two or
third
three,
year.
Yeah.
It was early. Yeah, he was at the Raptors.
Probably second, third,
I
fourth.
mean, how long was he even in Toronto for? Like, you know what I mean?
Probably second or third,
Yeah.
yeah. Something
So
like
if you're in LeBron's camp, like they should have gotten his ear early and been like, "Yo, just do it early now," because that was also back when everyone was rooting for him.
he should have just did when he was on the
You know,
Cavs.
like-
Honest though, right now,
Just do it once and you never have to do it
I mean,
again.
him on the Cavs the first time, he was jumping out of the gym.
Yeah, he should have done it then at
I'll be
22
honest,
years older.
he
Or
did it
19,
right.
20 years
Get a
old.
lot of respect if he because the NBA because everyone like shits on the dunk contest now. Like if LeBron did it and kind of brought it back and like had other people like other stars do it, he'd get a lot of respect.
Silver
I'd
had
be
balls.
mad if
He'd
he did it
threaten
now.
LeBron and be like, "Do it right now, to save it."
Threaten him with what?
He would never do that.
I honestly, I'd be mad if he did it now.
I agree with that. It's like
I don't
Pacquiao
want
and
him to
May.
do
It's
anymore.
the equivalent of
Fuck you,
Pacquiao and
you're 40.
Mayweather
I
fighting.
want to see a 40-year-old in dunk.
Yes,
contest.
it's Mayweather and Pacquiao
Give me
fighting
Anthony-
5
give me-
years later
Give me
than
Anthony
Nuts.
Edwards. Give me John
To
Moran.
get people to care.
I still would 1,000% want to see him.
I'd more.
You would watch that.
I'd watch that.
I'd watch that,
Gladly.
but I watch.
You would
every-
watch, yeah, but
I
you would
watch
watch
every
it
dunk
gladly
contest.
too. You'd be happy, and I know you would.
No, only if he brought like the good guys with him.
Which he would. That's what I'm
He
saying.
better.
That's the only reason he would do it. He
I
wouldn't- he
wouldn't
be doing
watch
with
it normally. I'd watch him.
I know. I
1000%.
watch it because I want to see it. But
I'd be watching Pepperdine.
I'm just
San
sick of Mac
Francisco.
McClung, who's not in the NBA winning dunk contest. That needs to be like
100%.
banned forever.
And it's
Yeah.
nothing to do with
The guy's
Mac
not
McClung.
in the NBA. Stop it.
Great dunker, but I don't care anymore.
Incredible dunker. He's not in the NBA. He's not an NBA player. He's not an NBA caliber player.
I think
Stay out
he's
of the-
going to be. I think he's going to be in it this year.
Stop.
in the NBA.
Yeah.
His problem is
It's not crazy. His G League stats are really good.
yeah, but it's because all he knows how to be is like an ISO scorer like that. He can't do that. In the
That guy on defense is the worst.
Yeah, he's
And,
atrocious.
I mean, I could name how many guys on defense. They suck on defense.
I
yeah,
don't
but
think
they
anyone
can
worse than
score in the NBA.
There's
He can't
no
score.
way.
he would be the worst defender in the NBA.
No,
Yeah, I think so too.
Dude,
you
what
guys don't know
the
that.
fuck?
How big is he? 5'11", 6'1"?
Probably like 6'1",
Oh,
6'2".
like 6'2", 6'3".
I don't know if he's 6'3", man.
Yeah,
He's like he can't play a role. Like he's not going to be a star in the NBA. He can't be a 3-and-D guy in the NBA because he can't play defense.
6'2"?
He can't even shoot threes.
That's a
that well.
generous 6'2".
Yeah.
He's like a ball
That's
hog,
like
like
7
ISO
pairs of socks.
scorer.
I think he'd be. I would love to watch
If
him.
he played extended minutes in the NBA, he would get torn
He
apart.
would have the worst plus minus in the NBA.
Horrible. He would get scored on. He'd get picked on, and he wouldn't be able to score himself. He'd score here and there.
Imagine Luka switched on to him, like
my God.
on offense.
Imagine anyone's.
Like pretty much anybody. Yeah.
All right, relax. Right,
killing
God,
this
Jesus
guy.
Christ.
The last night
Guys,
was
it's not
ruined.
that bad. You guys
I
are
feel-
fucking
Well,
killing
Clung's at
him.
home being like, "What the fuck did I do?" Had a dream Jamal Murray punched me in the face.
Really?
He apologized. He's like, "I have to do it. Sorry." Just punch me in the face.
Oh, any of us can punch you in the face as long as we apologize afterwards?
I didn't say it was okay. I was very upset.
Oh, were you?
He averaged 25 points a game in the G League last year.
But everyone's
I'm
saying,
just
though, like,
saying, like
if you give him like real minutes with the real NBA, it's
2.5 3-pointers made a game. That's like
But it's about. It's.
I
playing a
understand, but
role.
you have to go off of what he's doing, and like he's obviously not that bad if he's 25 points a game in the G League last year. Shot 37.5 from three.
Like Bronny
That's when he
puts
gets to
up a-
take all the shots and like do whatever he wants. Like
He's the best player on that team.
best scorer
Or like, what?
on the G League team.
There are
Yeah,
levels
yeah.
to this, though. You like that's a whole different world.
I understand, but I don't think he's as bad as you guys are saying.
I just
Actually, don't. He probably isn't the best player on that team.
Yeah, probably. That's what I'll say. Maybe.
I'm
Best,
gonna walk that
best
back.
Scorer.
He's definitely
That's
not.
just best scorer, not best player.
Most determined to score.
Yes, agreed. Agreed.
Uh,
Most likely to sell tickets at a G League game.
Yep.
yeah.
You also know it's fucking July when we're talking about Mac McClung in the G League.
Yeah. Shout out
Uh,
Mac McClung.
Marty, you said quarterback debuted last night?
Yeah, I this morning I watched the first episode this morning, so I was up early, and it gets your juices flowing again for football. It was really cool to. They didn't talk about it much, but Kirk Cousins, he was like obviously so shocked about Penix getting drafted.
Yeah, I
there.
saw the word that came out was missled, which I don't know what it
Measled.
means. Measled?
Measled.
I think it was measles.
It was measled about it?
It was more like he's like
It's spelled M-I-S-L-E-D.
It
So I
is.
thought
he was obviously a little upset because he's like Minnesota was home, and they both drafted early that year. So it's like,
Yeah,
so
8, 10.
he was like kind of like weird. It was a weird feeling, and I'm only the first episode, and they asked him like, "How was the Achilles first?" And he says Achilles was completely fine, and his play had nothing. He was very confused about how many motions were in the offense. he said you got to watch it. It was very interesting about like the new coordinator there. Who's the coordinator in Falcons?
Oh man.
Well, not Arthur Smith. No, not Arthur. No.
Raheem Morris is the head coach.
He's the head coach.
Yeah.
I forget who
I'm
they
not
hired
in
as
the
coordinator.
NFL mindset at all right now.
Me neither.
Who do they hire? I forget who they hired as their offensive coordinator.
We are a Falcon show. We shouldn't.
Zach Robinson. Does that sound right?
Oh yeah. He was with the Bengals, I want to say.
Or in 2024. That's what we're talking
With the
about.
Bengals, right?
The thing that he was struggling with a lot.
Maybe the Rams was it?
A lot early was how many different motions each
Rams.
guy would have to have on calling these plays, and he's like it was a much different. He's like he was fine with the play calling. He remembered all. I was fine with that, but all the motions he was so confused with, which I was like, when you're watching, you would never think that watching it, but it's so to learn a new playbook is insane.
The average fan definitely takes it for granted.
Way for granted.
Like a quarterback, you have to be so fucking smart.
I have no idea how anyone remembers.
Not even for remembering it.
Executing it after.
Executing it, and then also because the first game they lost to, I forget who they lost, the Steelers, I think it was. Steelers, and a motion happened. He saw the motion happening, knowing it was going to be a fumble, because it was motion happening, and then they fucked it up, and the center snapped it, hit the guy, fumbled, TJ Watt recovered it. And he was so angry at it because he's I've been trying to prevent that, and it happened. You got to watch first episode and for tomorrow because it really was just being he was, and he would talk to the coach, and the coach didn't really answer him about the motion stuff. It was weird. He was the motions, I can't get it. The coach yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
So wouldn't this be the same? You talk about changing teams.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this happen too if you change coaches, head coach? Would
Sure.
he come in? So anytime a head coach, it must be such a fuck. Now I got to learn a whole new system.
Yeah.
And I know we talk about it and whatever on the show, but imagine the actual work of doing it.
And he said the
that's so much to
systems are
learn.
basically all the same.
Okay.
I think
No
a lot
way.
of them have the same
But
type.
this
All right.
one was the different. Every guy in motion was where he really was getting fucked with. He's obviously it's not the same in all the playbooks, but it's you basically no one's reinventing the wheel on
Okay.
theirs. It's just more different of way how they execute it. Couple different plays, obviously. But yeah, the motions was really fucking with it because I thought everyone. If you remember last year, everyone was talking about is this Achilles okay? It looks a little weird. I think he just wasn't comfortable in being.
He didn't look right though. He wasn't.
No,
moving
he didn't. But I think he was also. I do think he was. One, he's definitely getting older for sure.
Arm shot, I think.
But I think he was also. I do think
didn't
we
look-
take for granted also when someone gets traded. It is very different to get acclimated to a team, a city, players. We just think they should plug right in.
No, and you think about even moving your family.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
That's what they talked about though too.
everyday
Being
stuff. Your
your
kids are in school and shit.
The
Now
kids
you gotta
are older and they're not older, but either.
no, they have little lives.
Yeah.
Now
And-
imagine doing mid-season.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that.
Baseball
No.
players and stuff.
Yeah.
You
No
know,
idea how you do it.
We take that stuff for. That's why I like quarterback listening to all these things. And even Joe Burrow is so boring, but it was cool to hear from him, and even Jared Goff and stuff talking about their wedding. It's their real lives are interesting as well. We just don't give a fuck about them because you need to win football games.
Yeah, I mean, so we were talking, trade deadlines coming up for baseball, and but you're right. These guys have real lives. These guys have real. We talk Mitch Keller, for instance, the guy that Mets are rumored with. He's been with Pittsburgh for a long time. He signed for 3 more years. He might, Pittsburgh sucks, but he
Bought a
might not
house.
want to leave. He might have his home there with his wife, and he has the little shit like the grocery store he likes or whatever.
You
It's
think that the team helps? They don't help much with it. They help you move and get you situated, but they don't help.
I think they get you a hotel stipend for
get you a hotel
3
for
weeks or
2 or
something.
3 weeks,
Yeah,
and then
you're
have
on
to
your
figure
own.
it out.
I know a lot of the Mets players would stay at the same like apartment complex because they all were hey, this one works well, and that's who you're talking to, your players. Because who
There's
else do
a
you know
lot
in
of
New York or
people
whatever?
that don't buy houses anymore. Even I know Jalen Hurts might have just bought one.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people that still don't because you don't know what's going to happen.
I don't blame them.
Especially
it's-
after the Luka thing. Now everyone can be traded.
Yeah.
True.
And it was
seems
interesting
to-
also with Goff. Goff was kind of interesting too. They kind of went back to when he got traded for Stafford, and how upset he was about it. And once they finally he ignored the who's the G again? I don't know the GM of the Lions. I forget right
No,
now.
I can
Oh, I
picture
forget it
them,
too. Oh, I keep.
Regardless, he like kept calling Goff, and he was a number he didn't know, and Goff's like didn't answer because he was so like
At Holmes.
upset about it. And then they finally got in touch with him, and he was like out of breath, and they were like, they were so excited to get Goff in that moment because they were all The GM was new, coach was new, quarterback now is theirs and new, and he was like, it was cool to be at the ground floor and them wanting to be wanted. Like, again, they're still humans. They not getting traded, you're not wanted. But then knowing the other team actually wants you, it wasn't just like a math problem like Kevin Love, Like, I don't know. I love quarterback's one of my favorite sports show. Like I thought the starting five one kind of sucked. I think the NFL one.
I gotta watch tonight.
Yeah,
How long is it? An hour?
yeah, but it's
It goes the whole season. Now, I mean, the first couple have been really good. Receiver was good.
But it's cool because you get all the different. You're gonna get one in the NFC Championship, one disappointing season, one getting replaced. Like you have every. Single
like that.
Thing.
It's actually funny they've had 2 Falcons quarterbacks and they both have gotten benched.
Yeah,
And Mariota on it too, and he
Right.
got benched.
Yep.
yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Anything else or picks?
I got nothing else.
Yeah. NFL, yeah, it's already creeping in. College
We're
is
getting there.
gotta get into the magazine.
Big 12.
Gotta get into the magazine.
Big 12 media day is today. Starts today. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, gotta get into the
I
magazine.
think SEC's next week.
Training camp starts what? A couple weeks?
At the end of July. Yeah.
I know there's a game like the last day of July, an actual like preseason game.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of
Fame
Yeah,
game.
is but because I saw like when July came in, they're like we have an NFL game this month.
Yeah.
People were excited about that.
College-
I'm excited to watch it. I'll be honest with you guys. I think you guys should try to give more out of market baseball.
I tried.
No, I know, but like
yeah, I pop in.
the Dodgers are good.
Gallon pitched
Padres
last
are
night,
good. Like you got to find the right.
He pitched well.
Those are
great.
fine.
He's starting to figure it out
Well,
again.
yeah, I knew he pitched great because you tweeted.
Bro, I told you. Tweeting Gallanday didn't work. It obviously it wasn't
better now.
working.
What if you just do it again and he starts doing?
Oh,
Well, no, but now it's
doing
no,
well.
he's- now
It's
what
not
he's doing is working.
So you're not going to do
I
anything.
bet on him every
Great starts
time
in
in
a row.
between. I was
You're
still
gonna say
betting
nothing?
on him. What?
You're going to say nothing that when the days he pitches until the end, or you're going to start saying something or no?
It didn't work. Like we're not going to wish people Gallandays anymore.
Honestly, I
People still
miss
know
those.
it's a
Since he
thing.
stopped, he's been
I
pitching
miss
better.
those tweets. I like Gallanday.
Do it then. You tweet it out then. Get off his back.
Okay, I'm gonna tweet Gallanday.
Gallon missed pitching.
Can I tweet
Yeah.
Happy Gallanday?
back?
No. Absolutely
Oh,
not.
never mind.
So can I
Absolutely
tweet
not.
something Happy Zach Day? All right.
I don't know why you're taking.
Well, I'm friends with him too.
Me and Bosco basically discovered him.
I went to.
No,
Did you guys go to his house?
We.
Did you go to his house?
No.
Oh, I did.
He ever give you tickets to a game that he started?
Yes. Yes.
He ever got hurt?
Yeah, he ever got hurt while we bet him when you.
I mean, I went to his home. I went to his home.
Home from
Well,
New Mexico.
I went to
Here
his
we go.
home.
I think we made that connection happen. I would like to think.
I went to his home.
Yeah, after we brought him in.
All right.
A Yankee very soon.
Gonna be a Happy Zach Day next start.
We did the highest rated baseball gambling show in this company's history. Hot Ice was doing numbers.
Yeah,
They were that Dimebacks team was we found them early.
We were like that was
up there
we
with.
were-
Listen, I've had some
It was
bad.
like 2021.
We're on a name right. We're on a show right now with a pretty bad name. Hot Ice was a bad name too.
Bad name.
all the other ones were taken.
Oh, it's just-
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were. We looked into it, Ev.
There's not a lot of good like sport
That aren't taken. Yeah, they were.
Hot Ice has a good hockey show. Just saying, it's not a good name. It's not.
Pick Central's a terrible name.
Big Central.
horrible.
I'll agree on that.
We all are like, it's a bad
Yeah,
name.
we all-
It's amazing we don't change it. Amazing.
I'm gonna take the Rangers minus 119. Hubs.
Okay, starting with tomorrow, because it's in the morning. Ben Shelton I think is gonna beat Yannick Sinner, number 1 player in the world, plus 275. It's a great line for him. Yannick Sinner is dealing with an elbow issue. Tonight, I love the Orioles plus 105 against Clay Holmes. I just kind of like with the Orioles, like their offense, all that. I don't trust Clay Holmes. Eventually, he's got to tick away. I think it's a good number for the Orioles. Brewers. Mizorowski is facing Kershaw, and I don't buy anything about Kershaw these days. So give me the Brewers even money.
Okay.
Clemmer.
My pick of the day, Brandon Young. It's the Orioles starter. 3+ earned runs allowed. He's done it every single start. He's had 4 starts in majors. Every start, 3 or more runs. It's minus 115. I'm on the A's money line. It's plus 100. The Braves are pitching that rookie pitcher does not look very good. And I don't know. It's in Oakland, or it's in Sacramento, excuse me. Jeffrey Springs, I trust him more. And then Cubs money line, minus 133. Shota, lefty against the Twins. Let's go.
Ev.
I'm on the Orioles as well with Hubs plus 105. I'm on the Tigers minus 125. I'm on the Twins. I'm gonna go with the Twins plus 110. That's all for right now.
Marty.
I'm going with the Mets.
Let's go.
The Orioles suck, and Young is not a real person. I'm going to go with the Tigers against the Rays. Flaherty really, no one. He's lucky that the Tigers are doing really well. He sucks.
He's had some bad starts.
He's been really bad.
But you're on the Tigers, though.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm just saying,
All right.
he needs to turn. At one point, he's got to turn around. Yankees minus 130.
Oof. Stay away.
Oh, boy. How important is this game for the Yankees?
Yankees
right?
win today.
Big game for
Yankees
the
win
Yankees.
today.
Yankees win today.
Rockies plus 220. I like the Cubs as well with Shota. And then I'm going to go with the Pirates with Mitch Keller. I think Mitch Keller pitches really well tonight.
How important is this game for the Yankees tonight? It was a series, I guess.
Very important.
Very important, right?
I don't know.
It's very important.
Why do you say that?
Why would it be any less or more important than the previous series?
I think you guys need to start winning some games.
Because we had
I would
cushion.
say.
We had no cushion.
They're all to me. They've all been important. The Mets series is really important. The one before that
No.
was really important. Like
No, those weren't.
The Mariners are a team you might be fighting for the wild card for.
When you're
This is actually a
15
big
games,
game.
when you're 15 games above 500, it's not like the most important series. When you're now only 7 games, it's like
Trust me.
Against a wild card rival.
yeah.
no one in that clubhouse thinks this game's important tonight. No one. There's no urgency whatsoever.
Oh, no. How
They
about,
just think it's another fucking July game.
which Will Warren do we see? The
Hopefully a
good
good
pitcher or the bad pitcher?
good home numbers. So I would like to think we see a better, not that great of a lineup.
His FIP is really good.
He just has like really when it's bad, it's like so bad. It's also his first inning numbers are horrific.
All right.
Maybe a bet live guy, no? If you see him have a good first inning, you're like, fuck it, I'll just bet the Yankees, no?
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
No, not at all. If he gets through the first.
Just saying.
All right. That is Pick Central. We'll catch you tomorrow.